All right, you guys, initial impressions of the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0. Um, Out of the box, comes in a cardboard box, not much in there outside of the typical stuff. The important stuff to me is you get your pistol, you get one 10-round flush mag, plus you also get an extended 12-round mag. Man, you know, the pictures of this thing out there don't do it any justice for just how tiny this thing is. In my opinion, all those photos out there make this thing look, I don't know, makes it look bigger than what it actually is. It's actually not much larger than my first edition Bodyguard, just being slightly a little bit longer overall and just a little bit longer on the overall grip and everything. But outside of that, the dimensions are extremely comparable and everything. So far, I'm definitely a fan of the aesthetics of it, the overall appearance. I really like the exaggerated serrations, both in the rear and then also up in the front. As far as the sights, I've been actually selling these for ever since it's released and everything. So I've been able to actually handle this and everything. Still to this point, I've not shot it yet. But I'm a fan that it came with replaceable sights, that they are a high def front and everything like that. Only time will tell once I actually get out and shoot it and everything, but I'm not a fan of the rear iron sight. I understand the concept. This is an up close and personal defensive pistol, so those sights would be more than adequate. But I would have preferred a little bit more refined, a little bit more narrower iron sight and everything. But I don't know. We'll see once I get out there and everything. As far as that high def ring, I don't know. I'm a fan that it has it, especially over the original Bodyguard and over the stock sights on the Glock 42 that I also own. But I wish it was, I don't know, I'm wishing it was a little bit more. First impressions and everything, it just doesn't really pop for me that well and everything like that. I did see that there is an aftermarket company who does make replacement iron sights for these. I believe it's High-Vis and everything like that. I don't think there'll be a need for those and everything, but may or may not pick those up in the future. But we shall see. Let's go ahead and get into the mags. All right, you guys, so the mags. It started off with a 12-rounder and wanted to actually start with hand loading just to be able to get that experience. Somewhere in between like the 6th and 8th round, I noticed is when it started to get a little bit more difficult, and went ahead and got as far as to the 11th round, and I just kind of gave up, pulled out the speed loader, and went ahead and finished the 12th round and everything. I went ahead and loaded up a few more, and around that 6 to 8 mark again, just starting to get some difficulty and figure, why am I struggling with this? Just went ahead and went straight to my actual speed loader or load assist and everything to help aid in the actual loading of these mags. The 10 round had zero issues with getting all 10 rounds in it. The 12 rounder, even with the load assist, it was definitely difficult to get that 12th round in. But I was able to manage to get 12 rounds in there. And I also did pick up 2 additional 12-round mags. I was able to get all 4 of my mags loaded to its full capacity. I did notice, though, as far as the mags are concerned, I did have issues with one. Don't know if it's the one that came in the box or if it's one of the ones I bought separately, but I was only able to get 2 rounds in there. I was trying this one somewhere in the between of the 4 and struggled for a little while. Got the speed assist on there, struggled. I was like, what the heck? I think I actually heard about this from another video, put it down and finished loading the other ones. Upon completing those other ones, I grabbed it back and struggled for a little while with the speed assist, and then until I heard something pop. Once I heard that pop, then all of a sudden I got the access to go ahead and continue with the loading, and currently got the full 12 rounds loaded up in there. But at the completion of loading up those 12 rounds, if it even focused, this will probably definitely not focus. Little orange sliver found on the floor, probably not even focusing. Seen a video out there somewhere. My assumption, because I was not paying attention, I just noticed that afterwards, was, I think in that guy's video, he caught it before it broke, or he removed it, filed it, popped it, whatever, is that it was actually getting stuck on the magazine release, the magazine lock slot right there and everything. So once it popped, I was able to get the 12 rounds loaded. but I have not gotten out to test shoot this thing yet, so we shall see as far as its functionality and reliability. But I have already marked the bottom of this one to help keep an eye on it. Within that video, I also heard or remember him talking about he actually reached out to Smith & Wesson and they sent him a replacement one. Even though I was able to get all 12 loaded, I'm going to reach out to them also because currently I don't know if this thing's going to even work, and see if they're going to be able to help me out somewhere down the road. If a follow-up video, I'll go ahead and let you guys know what the outcome was of that. Sticking with the magazines and everything. Slide in action. The 12-round ones, they fit and everything. You just have to put some force on them to get them actually in there. I kind of got to break my grip and put my hand up on top. This is to kind of help lock them in and everything. That's with all three of those 12-rounders. The 10-rounder, I've noticed is a little bit harder to get locked in there and everything. But obviously, if you want, you could also do the action open, slide to the rear, and then it locks in easily and everything. All right, you guys, holster compatibility and everything. I think these would work and everything, considering my actual setups, but my sticky holster, which is designed for the original Bodyguard with the Crimson Trace laser, it does not fit. My Santos, however you pronounce that, Glock 42 with TLR6. So I figured I would try them anyways, but the light laser combos on them allowed for, with the Bodyguard, for just too much left and right movement and everything like that. So currently on hand, the only holster setup I have is the Bravo Belt belly band. I've actually been using this for some time now. I like to use this when I'm actually out running and everything, as my shorts are non-belt compatible and they also don't have pockets and everything. So I actually use this quite frequently. And certain routes where I run at around my house, there's always the possibility of a cougar. I've had cougar sightings here and there and everything like that. So I like to always have something on me. And then obviously there's always that two-legged threat without the in consideration of the other routes I'm going on and everything. So I have some experience in the belly band, but I do also have two pocket holsters coming. I got one from Better and then also one from DeSantis. Both of them will be of Kydex material. Me personally, these two will be the first Kydex pocket holsters I've ever used, as I've always in the past have used the fabric style one. So currently, right off the back, I have 350 rounds. 50 of those are Winchester hollow points and everything. So as soon as I can get out, I will have 350 rounds through here fairly quickly, as well as at least those 50 rounds of hollow points until I can start picking up some other ones. I will definitely be trying Hornady's Critical Defense, as that's what I hope she likes. If she does, that's going to be what's going to be loaded up in here. But if she doesn't, then I'll be picking up some additional stuff to see what actually functions best and what she likes the best overall and everything. But thought I'd go ahead and share this, guys, with you, and I will post a follow-up as soon as I'm somewhere around 500,000 rounds plus, or if something bad happens right off the back, I'll go ahead and let you guys know. All right, you guys, thanks, take care.